Okay. All right, we're live. So, welcome to Jedi Living, right? Jedi Academy Online, Tier 1 Introductory Lesson. I just wanted to create this video and subsequent videos to follow to kind of go along with the written lessons. Note, you will have to read the lessons. I am not reading the lesson. I am not saying the exact same thing in the lesson. I am not even paraphrasing the lesson. So don't think you can watch this video and get out of, the reading and replying part of this. Okay? So mainly these videos are just to, to supplement and to give you a little glimpse. First of all, the person who wrote it, right? Like, it's always good to know who kind of put these words on a screen. So, hi, Opium McLeod. I'm going with California Jedi representing instead of Jedi Living, because I think I think if you're watching these videos with the links, and of course, if you're in our academy, you're very much aware of Jedi Living. So I'm going to identify for this video as a California Jedi, because love California Jedi. All right, so the lesson is basically the same thing. What we're talking about is dispelling the myth, right? What you're about to embark on, or what you're considering doing right now, is living the Jedi lifestyle. And that kind of comes with putting the Jedi label on yourself. Now, I don't mean publicly. Like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to you don't go around introducing yourself as a party being like, hi, I'm Opie McLeod. I'm a Christian. Like, you don't do that. And you don't go, you don't say, hey, I'm an atheist. How you doing? And it's a pleasure to meet you. Like, no one goes around saying that kind of stuff. It does come up, of course, in conversations, what you're believing, blah, blah, blah. If you want to choose Jedi as your religion, that's fine. But like all spiritual matters and like all lifestyle paths, you don't have to go around saying it. How many people do you really go around telling, like, if you start picking up Yoda or martial arts, how many people do you really, unless it comes up, like, what are you doing with yourself these days? Oh, well, I started taking a yoga class. That's cool. Anything else you've been up to? Oh, yeah, I found this really interesting community of Star Wars fans, and they look at the philosophy and then they practice it, and it's really cool. They practice things like meditation, and they have physical fitness exercises, and then, they talk and lecture at length, or at least at the website I'm at. The guy really likes to hear himself talk, so there's a lot of written stuff on peace and patience and reliability, and so there really is. So you can really, you can put it out there if you want, but don't feel you have to like wave a banner or anything and start telling your friends and family like, hey, I'm a Jedi. Relax, build up some credibility if you want. A lot of people ask me, well, how do you tell people, and I was like, I just tell people, because before I told anyone, I was living it, right? So there's this body of work that preceded that. My meditations, was no secret. My working out was no secret. My more rational approach and diplomacy was, obvious to those that I dealt with a lot, especially, in how I used to act to how I was starting to act and things like that. So when you're like, oh yeah, I'm a Jedi, and if anybody's like, that's crazy, like, me, really? Am I? Yeah. Well, what if it's like a cult, or what if it changes you, or what if this, or what if that? It's like, wait, how long have you known me? Yeah, I've been doing this for this long. I've been doing this for a while, and you can. And that helps provide a good context when you're like, yeah, no, I've actually been doing this kind of thing for some time. And obviously you had no concerns or problems until you heard the label. So, that's an approach. But really, and really, this lesson, we call it Dispelling the Myth, as you mentioned, is just about understanding that if you're on the fence, if you're not sure, and you're like, I'm just trying to check this out, look to remove the terminology when looking at the lessons. Like, look to remove Jedi and the Force and those kind of things. Replace it maybe with something you're comfortable with at this moment, and see if there's validity in the lessons itself. See if the path holds up to your scrutiny, and do scrutinize it. Now, maybe you're like me. When I first started, I was nervous and excited and like didn't want it, like I was like, oh man, look at all these big sites and stuff, like, and like all these people talking. I don't know like what to say or how do you begin, how do you get in here. One, if you're like me like that, just say hi. That's all you have to do. Just get the ball rolling. Seriously, just create a post and be like, hi, this is all I got right now, and give it time. And or maybe just like focus on the lessons. Create a journal. Don't even say hi. Create a journal and just kind of jump into the lessons. But like, I jumped in because I was so excited and I was like, oh man, this is amazing and this is great and this is wonderful. I didn't scrutinize the lessons really until much later, So stop, don't just jump in right away. Make sure that this kind of vibes with you. Make sure this makes sense to you. Make sure that you feel there is a foundation here, and that there is some, like, that this is built on solid ground, Don't just run away with fanciful dreaming and that, really look at it and really determine if that's kind of where you want to spend your time. Remember that this is your life, right? And anything you spend your time on, anything that you dedicate your energy to, is an investment in you. And that like triples for the Jedi path, or anything, like any path of well-being. It's a very important investment. So you really have to make sure that you're investing wisely. You want to see returns later on, okay? And not in the thing with the Jedi, and I'm sure it's no different than you. The thing with Jedi is you're going to want to see not return. You're going to want to see return for yourself, but not just for you. You're going to want to see returns outwardly. You want to see outwardly returns. You want to do good. You want to make a difference, a positive impact in your life and in the lives around you. So look at the lessons. Look at that stuff. Make sure that you feel that will take you there. And remember that other websites are different. Our diversity is a great thing. Yes, the core ideology is the same. The core ideology doesn't change, right? The path is set. There's a core to the Jedi path that all valid Jedi groups follow. There's that core. That doesn't change. But what does change is how that's given and how that's taught and how that's exercised, and the ways to kind of obtain that. So if you're really into the core concepts, if you really dig on like things like the Jedi Code, and you just break that down to the 5 tenets, right? Like peace, knowledge, serenity, harmony, and the Force, and you really just like dig those concepts, and you want to find out, how do I apply those into my everyday life? Like, how do I get those 5 things and really just live it? Then you want to find a place. Like, all places will get you there. All places will get you to that understanding. All valid places. I put in the little asterisk just because it's really easy to create a Jedi group, like especially like on places like Facebook and stuff. So you really just got to, as I say, be careful. Look, like, make sure it vibes with you, and you really feel that the stuff is gonna, the lessons and the material and the people will get you there. And like I said, it is diversified. So if a place isn't working for you, if you're like, I really like these concepts, but I'm not liking how they're trying to teach them, or I just don't like the atmosphere here, or I don't like the people involved here. I don't, maybe you don't believe them, or maybe you feel like they're online Jedi in the sense of once they step away from the computer, they're off doing, who knows what, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Trust your instincts, right? That's a big thing with Jedi. Trust your instincts. So if you're not feeling it, check out another place. The path is worthwhile, and it is a worthy investment. And I haven't actually ever known someone not to walk away with something beneficial from the Jedi path. Jedi community, well, that's people, and that's a lot of online people. So, that's going to be it's a fun challenge, and it presents a great opportunity as a Jedi to learn. Right? You will be confronted. You will be challenged. You will have to. Your misconceptions will be challenged, and your misunderstandings will be challenged, and the naivety of maybe some of your what you thought Jedi would be is going to be challenged. But it can be all that can be a really positive thing. Again, depends on the atmosphere, depends on the place. So really, find the place that works for you. Find the thing that works for you. Some people like a quieter atmosphere. Some people don't like all the busy talking of all the discussions and everything. And hey, Jedi living, man, we're the hermitude of the community, all right? And it's designed that way. I'm a hermit. That's what I like. I like the quiet. I like the academic focus. We don't waste our time on a lot of other kind of discussions. It's really very focused on the Jedi path, Jedi living. Obviously, name, it's there for a reason. So really think about it. Really look at it. And that's it. And I'm probably gonna try to make these videos a lot shorter. But how I like to make these videos is live. And if you do catch it, if you're watching this and it's not like a year later from when it was made, there's more coming, right? Actually, in a year, I'll probably still be making these. And I prefer to do them live. You can ask questions. There's a Q&A section. There's ways to comment in the comment section. But really, you can just go to the site and it's easier to get a hold of me. These videos are live, and I'll try to keep them down. I'll try to keep them short, as not to take up too much of your time, because again, you have to read all the lesson as well. Sorry, man. But that's how it works, right? But yeah, so you're gonna have to read that, but I like these live, and I like off the cuff. Here you go. I don't script these. Obviously, it should be really obvious to anyone who watches my videos. There's no scripts whatsoever. So check it out. Welcome to the Jedi Academy Online Tier 1 training program. Welcome to Jedi Living. It is a journey and that you're about to embark on. I'm not sure if these are your first steps or not, but if they are, I'm glad that you've chosen to take them with us, for sure. And so definitely, jump in, have fun with it, and scrutinize, question, and if it works for you, if you can remove the Jedi kind of label for a second and inspiration and kind of step away for a second and still feel it holds some value to your life, then yes, we will do our best to make sure your investment of time and energy is returned to you, and that you do see positive and beneficial results because of it. As I said, don't know anybody who has, and I include those who have walked away from the path and don't carry the Jedi name. There's always something positive to take away from the path itself. So maybe you just check it out and you're like, yeah, I'm not a Jedi at the end of it. Cool deal, but hopefully there are some practices, and I feel that there are some practices and ideas that will still work for you as you venture on and continue your path in life, whatever you may label it or not. All right, so that's it. Thank you for joining us, and until the next video, until the next lesson. All right.